members of my 21-person romantic book club. Wait, the 1 in 3 could be me, my karaoke partner Carol, or my karaoke enemy Jeff. I'm going to take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Brought to you by the Ad Council and its pre-diabetes awareness partners.
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. This is Old School, sponsored by the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. Broadcasting veteran Derek Pearson.
When you find something that moves them, that makes them smile, celebrate it. That's your task. That's your superpower.
Nebraska Football Hall of Famer Jay Foreman.
Rifles a pass. It was tipped. It's picked off by Foreman. He's at the 15, 10, 5. He'll score!
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You ain't got that big head like Russ Holstein, though. Anyways, Russ, I love you, my brother. The only reason I know he has a big head because me and him went at it every single day, and I think me and him fought in practice for a week straight.
He came to our school, and I'll never forget him just standing in front of the church. Yeah, it's like you're like, yeah.
He took up the whole yeah. Me and him, like this is when I knew he was going to be good because he was quick. You know, he was a legit 6'4". He was just small. You know, he wasn't like big like the other linemen. But man, I was like, man, he must be like the youngest of like 12 brothers and sisters. But I don't think I think he's got older brothers or whatever. But me and him fought every day for a week straight. It was like, let's go. But that's how I knew he was a tough kid, and he's great. I love Russ. Anyways, story time's over. Jay Foreman, DP, Harrison sitting in for my man Austin, 316. This is Old School, brought to you by the Mercado, Certified Piedmontese, Special Ingredients and Butcher Shop, 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill. It is Wednesday. I am going to start tweeting out Mercado's lunch specials, and we got to get some reciprocation back. We're going to start doing that so we can see what everybody's grubbing on. We are 11th and O Street, 24 hours away from not 24 hours, but 26 hours, almost 26 hours away from the grand opening of the Ticket's new station tomorrow. We'll be kicking off at 6, so it'll be a celebratory day tomorrow. So today is Wednesday, aka Hump Day. Beautiful day outside. Wish it could be like this. We'd be like the San Diego of the Midwest. Hayes in the barn 2 days before the game. You leave tomorrow. You've licked your wounds, both mentally and physically, hopefully. And you are going to go out there and represent yourself. One thing I think, picking up on what the players are talking about is, obviously, had a bad taste in their mouth. And, Coach Rule must not have been too happy, man. We had them dudes out there practicing full pads the next day because that's not the norm. But sometimes you got to get right back at it. And the best way to learn is see who's willing to go through the grind, but then also see who's willing to show back up and have the right mentality, because ultimately they probably weren't as physical as they like to be. So they probably had some physicalness left from yesterday or from the day before. But, I would probably implore the players to say, and it's not us against whoever wasn't satisfied with what they did, because they shouldn't be satisfied. And whatever people say within reason about how you played is justified. And what I mean by within reason, long as it's not personal and long as it's not like over exaggerated or just doing it just to do it. If you have some positive ways to come out of it. But ultimately their mindset should be, let's rally around each other and let's play. Let's show ourselves first. And I'm not a big proponent of, I'm going to prove you wrong. Right now, granted, that did fuel me, so I'm not going to sit up here and lie to you. But the biggest mentality that switched for me was, I'm going to prove myself right. And there's always a day, I think, that you had a DP, and when you were in college, and I had the day, and I don't even know why I felt like it was the day. I remember, walking back to Able after spring practice where I started to get more reps, and I was like, the light came on in my head, was like, I can actually play. I'm actually decent. So I think, but then it was like, all right, now I'm validating what I kind of was seeing in little bits and pieces after, taking on Corey Schlesinger for 5 months and all this other stuff. So they need to validate what they think. if they truly think it. And they need to, up the ante, up the edge. Now, that doesn't guarantee a win, but for them, their biggest opponent is themselves, and you can't beat your biggest opponent, which is yourself, which is bad habits, not taking advantage of opportunity, whatever you want to call it, right? Dealing with success, if you don't change your mindset. If you think that you're going to go, because here's what I'm saying. If you think that you're just going to go work harder with the same mindset, you're essentially doubling down on the things you did before. And you have to change the way you think about how you're playing, how you're going about preparation, and how you're approaching the game.
If I asked you to identify how big, I need you to measure. Like, give me that Foreman scale of 1 to 7 of how important it is for this team to figure out a way to win Friday night.
With 7 games left, I'd probably say it's a 4.5. But I mean, for the season aspect, 4.5. Mm-hmm. For them, I would say 7, just for the simple fact that it would mean 14 if they do. It's not like you're going on the road to get a win at Penn State. It's not like you're going to Maryland to get a win. It's not like you're going to where else could be, like Wisconsin right now and get a win, or Iowa right now to get a win. And this is not dummying down Illinois, but Illinois has a lot of they got a lot of stuff they need to repair in a short time as well, and they have to make some adjustments. And yes, they will be probably more in tune defensively being at home. But let's face it, I know their athletic director. They're not going to be a sellout crowd. This game is not going to be like the first game of Brett Bielema when it was week 0, or when they were rolling last year. When they were the belle of the ball and all that stuff. So, so going on the road, you're not going into as hostile environment as you went to Colorado, or even Minnesota for a fact. So, they're ripe for the picking, and they're also a very wounded team, because unlike Nebraska, Illinois came into, and we saw it. Me and DP said it from Big Ten Media Day. They were the talk of the town at Big Ten.
Yeah, you expected the continued growth.
Right. Well, Brett Bielema did the rounds. Mm-hmm. Very engaging, which he always is, but very engaging. The players, when you had Big Newton and Randolph there, and I forget what offensive player there, I think Isaiah Williams, they had a different swagger about them. Even though they dookie down their leg for the Big Ten West title now, they still were, when you looked at it on paper, even though they had to replace one of the best running backs in the nation, their quarterback was gone. And their whole defensive backfield, including Witherspoon, who obviously is going to be the defensive player of the week in the NFL and a top 6 pick, is gone. You felt like they were in a good position, right? Because the coach is back, right? He's a run the ball guy. They still have 2 guys that are going to get drafted in the first 3 rounds and up front, or actually more than that. But 2 main guys are going to go probably in the first 2 rounds, and other draftable guys. So you felt like, okay, they're going to get even better. Well, they are dealing with 2 things. One, loss of, expectations and somewhat respect, but then also then you start to see some more individualized thought processes coming through. And the reason why that is because they have more draftable players right now than Nebraska. So Nebraska jumps up on these dudes, they're going to start making business decisions. It's just natural.
Yeah, I'm curious to see that with this game too. I don't know. Do you kind of get the feeling that Matt Rule is, I don't want to say pushing all his chips on the table, but you're kind of hearing that a lot with his comments, with the Sunday practice, saying we're going to find out a lot about this team on Friday, because he keeps doubling down on, he does think he has that NFL talent. He just needs those guys to play it, show it. He's not backing up from that at all.
You got some guys on there that fit the script of being in the NFL, but he's right. They got those guys that have been around. Look, man, this offensive line, man, I was reading some, like, this whole offensive line has over 120 starts. Like, I didn't even know that.
It's pretty much all juniors,
but I'm just
senior.
saying that's one of the that might be one of the most veteran lines in the nation. Y'all need to start picking it up. Stop blaming the coach. Block that dude. Right? Like, smash him. And you got another challenge this week.
You
got-
keep asking a frog to be a giraffe.
Well, then you know what? Then you're gonna be over there. Like I said, I can get you I would ask you what size you wear, 4X, 3X. Get him a coach's shirt. Time is because that's what he's saying. Time is now, and this is what these players need to recognize.
We have 120 games of resume.
Yeah, but
you just said it.
Right, they do, but they have played better, but they need to play even better. And what the more importantly is they need to be more consistent, and it's with their sense of urgency.
What do you?
That's a personal choice.
What's the word? What's the word for seeing the same thing but expecting a different result?
Was that chaos?
Insanity.
Insanity. Yes, but you can play. But here's what people don't understand. When you're obsessed, people. Matter of fact, I was doing a Zoom kind of speech today with a football team in Minnesota. They asked me, in particular, what possessed me to work at it. So I was obsessed with not being garbage.
Right.
You have to. So talent only takes you so. Like, granted, Michael Jordan had crazy. Randy Moss had more talent than anybody ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
But he was obsessed with being the best. Jerry Rice did too, right? That's how you. Tom Brady, they're obsessed. I was obsessed, probably not to their level, but I was obsessed, right? So these guys need to start to develop and have an obsession of not being the weakest link, and that's a personal choice.
Well, then stop choosing people whose personal choice is to be basic.
Right, but
whoever's job is to pick whoever's out there.
These dudes have been here though.
Well, again, somebody's in control. There's my whole problem with anything that exists is in order to fix it, there has to be accountability for why it's wrong. And without we can say it's the players, we can say it's the coaches, we can say the fans' expectation, we can say it's the administration. Somebody's responsible for it, and nobody's accepting responsibility for it, and nobody's making changes to get it done.
Yeah, but the problem is this is where you get in a pickle, and this has nothing to do with Matt Rule and them. This is being realistic. This is not an excuse. This is factual. So when Frost came in, he was given the authority to obliterate the roster. Okay. Which, in theory, when you sign a 7-year contract, that's normal. Now, I'm a firm believer, and the only reason I believe this is because of watching NFL teams and watch how Bill Belichick is able to kind of take, when he first started, take a kind of ragtag team, Cleveland Browns, and win. Just because they had been losing doesn't mean that everybody on the team is garbage.
Well, I'm saying everybody.
No. So what happens is, so he obliterated the roster. So then overnight, you go from a regular on schedule, from freshmen, sophomore, juniors, whatever, to an extremely young team for 2 years. Then COVID hits, and you don't have any winning tradition. This isn't an excuse. This is factual. So all these teams that could deal with being off for all that time, they were fine, could be ready-made to go. Well, then here comes Matt Rule. Now, granted, he could have done stuff different and did it like Dion or whatever. So when you talk about how these guys have 120, well, then the guys behind them just played high school last year. Then you got to look out for their career and the betterment for them. They might have potential, and really, to be honest with you, when it comes down to it, if you have a measuring contest, they probably are a little bit less as far as being good, but are they physically ready to do it? You also have to take in the
transfer portal allows you to go and replace anything that
you're not gonna get. Transfer portal is literally, if I went down to Misty's and they throw out all the meat, you're gonna get.
It's working for some folks.
Yeah, because they have a winning tradition.
Colorado.
Well, you know who was a winner?
I'm just saying. There's somebody's responsible.
Right. It worked for TCU last year too.
Yeah. We got to go to break here again.
We got to go to break.
Yep. DPJ Harrison. We'll catch you guys on the other side.
You're listening to Old School with DP and J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It takes a great game plan to win a football game each week, and right now, it's time to plan a trip to get a new car at Mullen Motors. Just like on the football field, there's a wall of defense on the way to Mullen Motors. 48th Street is under construction from Layton all the way to Cornhusker Highway. But the lot at Mullen Motors is full of tons of great vehicles to drive home this fall for the ultimate touchdown. Mullen Motors, still open through road construction at 48th and Walker.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top-shelf liquor to crowd-favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
Prashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Fall has arrived, and it's the perfect weather for the DIY market to listen to the game while building a deck. Deck City is a great place to start as Lincoln's local source for everything decks. Deck City has everything you need to build the deck of your dreams, from treated lumber to Westbury aluminum railings and Decorators composite decking. They offer advice from real deck professionals to give you proper guidance and to make your project go smoothly. Call them today to schedule an appointment at 402-480-6671 or go online to deckcityne.com.
93.7 The Ticket has moved downtown, and you're invited to join us for New Beginnings. Join us for our grand opening on Thursday, October 5th at 6 p.m. to celebrate our new space with ribbon cuttings and more. Raising Cane's will be on site to provide entertainment and prizes as we bring downtown Lincoln the newest hangout spot for its favorite radio station. It's 93.7 The Ticket's grand opening at the new 11th and O location, sponsored by Raising Cane's. Tune in throughout the week for more information on times.
So I switched my insurance to State Farm, and get this. I talked to an actual State Farm agent who lives in my actual town. And get this. My actual agent in my actual town gave me actual help with the coverage I needed. And get this. My actual agent in my actual town who gave me actual help actually knows my name. And get this. They actually say it's called service.
Call your local State Farm agent, Vinny Kreekak, at 402-474-1173.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, and our big fall sales underway, and the new truck incentives are off the charts. Over $5,000 in discounts on select new Sierras and Silverados, and 0.9% interest rates. Yes, you heard right. $5,000 off, 0.9% interest rates on select new trucks here at Coppell. So please take that short money-saving drive down 144th Street and check out that great small-town vibe with big city deals. We look forward to seeing you, or check us out online at CoppellCars.com. You'll be glad you did. All deals with approved credit.
Get all of your favorite restaurants delivered with VenueDelivered.com. One place for ordering delicious appetizers, refreshing salads, hot entrees, fresh sandwiches, and more. From Venue Restaurant and Lounge, Piedmont Bistro, and all Lincoln Good Sense Subs locations. Download our phone app to earn rewards on all of your carryout and delivery orders. Available on Apple and Android, just search for the Pillar Restaurants app. That's the Pillar Restaurants app. Download today.
Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Here we go. We're back. Old school. Jay Foreman, Harrison, DP. Live in effect, 11th and O Street, 1040 if you want a GPS down here. We have a special guest, the president, head honcho, Lori from the Lincoln Stars. Welcome.
Thank you.
We're going to have you get close to that
Yeah, you
microphone.
got to get a little bit closer to the
There
mic.
we go.
Yeah,
Okay.
we got new equipment, but it's not that good.
Okay.
I want to ask you, so season opener is when?
Saturday.
Saturday. So it's right on time. No
Yep.
Husker game.
Nope.
Yeah.
Huskers are Friday. And then we are Saturday and Sunday. Doubleheader.
And who are you playing?
Madison.
Oh, yeah, forget it. We don't like Wisconsin anyways. So as a president, when you know that you're part of putting the team together, how nervous or excited are you to get it going, for the season to start?
Well, we're always excited to get the season going because we spend the entire summer planning the entire year. Actually,
Right.
in February of the current season, we'll start planning for the next
This year,
season.
yeah.
Yeah. So everyone's like, oh, you get the summer off. There's no hockey. No, we take the entire summer to plan.
Do you get nervous, or do you just get excited? Are you just kind of relieved when see the puck drop?
It's nice to kind of get it going just because the first game of the year, it's a little nerve wracking because we do like the announcement of the whole roster. So there's a little bit more production. And
Sure.
so it's the first time doing full production, star drop, all that stuff for a game. So it's a little nerve wracking, like, please, everything work,
Right.
Do you need a puck drop? You need somebody for it for opening weekend?
We can take someone
We
for opening weekend.
there are two people in the room.
Well, let's do it.
Yeah. Jay,
When is the game?
Saturday, Sunday.
Saturday and Sunday.
What time?
Saturday's 6:05, Sunday's 5:05.
I think I could do one of those.
Yeah.
I got to get back to you. I got to see.
So whatever day he can do, then I'll do the other day.
Okay.
And I already have a jersey. You just need to get him a plain jersey.
I like your jerseys though.
Yeah.
Whoever
They're
does
cool.
it, they're good. You guys do it right.
Corey Courtney does all of our jerseys. He does amazing.
Yeah.
Yep.
These are your kids, right? I mean, every year you get a whole new batch of young people under your watch. Okay, Mama Bear, how do you manage that? Because these are all young men away from home trying to find some normalcy. With the Billet families, how do you handle this?
Well, I mean, really, that's on Rocky, the coaching. So he does a great job with that. So he takes care of the Blaze. That's his realm there. Mine's the business side of it. But I mean, obviously I'm there to help. We have our Billet family, so we try to push for that. And our Billet families are super important because, like you said, they're all here from all over the place. I mean, other countries, everything. So there's sometimes they'll come here and they'll see their families maybe one time for the whole season or not at all because they live so far away. So it's really important that they're placed in a family to make them feel at home. And, they have so many activities. Our families are great. The coaches get them set up with stuff to do and team bonding. Like they went to a waffle feed or something yesterday. So, and we're going to the haunted house on Friday. So we're taking them to that. So they're busy. They're in the community. And then now the season's starting. So their schedules are packed. I mean, they're at the rink at 8:30 in the morning and they're there till 4. So that's their job and they're busy. So
What's the age range?
It's 16 to 20.
Okay.
You can turn 21 in that season and then you're aged out.
You said you're on the business side, but one of the things I've been to a few Stars games and I always have a blast. You guys got great beer. You got great beer the way. How did you go about creating such a great fan experience? Because I think people, in my opinion, I'm always encouraging people to go, but I think once they go, they continue to go. So what brought upon like, all right, we're gonna have to put out a good product on the ice, which obviously makes it that much easier. But the fan experience and interaction, you guys are just right on point with it.
Yeah, that's an important part because a lot of people are like, well, I don't know anything about hockey. I'm like, you don't have to know anything about hockey. It's fun. It's a good time to come. So even if you're not even a sports fan or a hockey fan, if you come, it's just a good night out. We just try to do a lot of production. The video board's fun.
Right.
So we try to get everybody on that and dancing. So college nights are awesome for the video board because they're loving that.
It's close to campus kind of too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So, and we do have a college night next Friday night, which is $2 beer. So that's nice.
Well, let's invite some
but-
people down to it.
Yes, we are definitely doing that. Our sales team's already kind of working on that, and we get lots of college groups out. We added one this year, and it's kind of early, but we want to kind of get them going because once you get people there, they want to come back because it's such a good time.
Did you invite any Husker athletes to next Friday?
Yes.
Who do you have? Do you know who you
I
have?
know I'd have to get the list from Sal, but I know I got the soccer team.
Okay.
They're lined up, so they're coming.
Good deal.
And then
Sammy
we have some
Houck
other
and
groups. We
Sarah
have a lot
Weber?
of
Did you get the baseball team down there yet to
not
take
yet.
swings?
They haven't picked a date yet.
Okay. And then we want to get you the swimmers and divers and the gymnasts, the gymnasts. Can I just make that contact and send them to you?
Yeah, just send them to me.
And I think that's the way it works. I know the basketball team's interested. Talk to Sam Hoiberg as well. So we'll get some folks down there, but
yeah,
prepare for that. I do want to say that throughout the course of the season, we will have 10 tickets for every home game that we're going to give out here on air. Some days it'll be trivia. Some days it'll be days, folks who come down to the mill and buy coffee. Depends on the day. But today give me a ticket number that we can give away from this trivia question.
Let's do 4-pack. So
Okay.
bring your family.
So a 4-pack for either Saturday or Sunday. Let's let them make a choice.
Yep.
Right?
Fine. Yep.
If they can tell us where Lori Crocker went to high school, if they can tell us on the text line where she went to high school.
Just don't have them guess the year that I graduated.
Oh,
Yeah.
young chicken, stop it.
They only get two. They only get two, right?
Yeah,
If they
don't guess.
know what year, they only
I
get
mean,
two.
that's a bonus. I'll
Yeah.
give them a couple extra if they can guess that, but
Yeah.
don't say it on the air.
Lori, I wanted to ask you. I went to high school in Minnesota, so I played other sports with a lot of hockey players. What made you choose to get involved in hockey? Did you grow up around hockey, or what was the draw to the Stars?
Well, I mean, when I went to high school, hockey was not big.
Yeah.
So, because the Stars didn't start until 1996, and I graduated before that.
Okay.
So,
So tell us your journey.
so
Tell
I love
everybody
the delivery of that.
Yeah,
That's
I know,
yeah. Well, tell
right?
everybody your journey to become president.
It's kind of a just funny story. Kind of just fell into it. The previous owner of the Stars, we just kind of got hooked up. He was looking for someone, and just kind of another just business relationship just put me in touch with him, and we had some, I don't know, 5 or 6 meetings, and it just kind of he needed help, and I could help him, and it just kind of fell into it because I don't know.
Well, usually
It's
goes.
I used to be in healthcare, so
Mhm.
I did that, and so here I am. But I've always been around hockey. I have 2 boys of my own, and they both played hockey, and so the joke is kind of funny because when my boys were in hockey, I used to say I never want to see this ice box ever again because we had practice like 7 days a week, and
Yeah.
it was just
Early
crazy
mornings,
town.
too.
And it's early, it's late, it's weekends, and they were just far enough apart. They're never on the same team, so we were there double. And so there's the joke. And then now here I am working there.
Well,
And right now we're on a 20-day stretch of no days off. So here I am.
how often do you travel with the team?
I don't have to travel with the team. I like to sometimes just to go watch the game. So I'll obviously go to Omaha when it's close, Sioux City, those, and then I'll pick some. I went to playoffs. We went to Waterloo. That was a blast last year. We were in playoffs. So it's just whenever I want to go.
Was that playoff run definitive of a successful season?
Yes.
Right?
Yes. It was. We did very well.
I mean, that through all of it, was that not the expectation before the season started?
Well, I mean, that we always obviously want to make it to
Mm.
playoffs. I mean, making it to playoffs is good. And then, I mean, we made it to the Western Conference Finals. So, I mean, we made a good run.
Jay asked the question, were you into hockey? But I know that you used to drive cars, race cars.
Yeah.
Tell that story. I mean, because as you were explaining to me, I was like, okay, Lori, that's pretty badass.
I mean, what story you want? I guess a long time ago, before 1996. Yeah, I used to race modified midgets actually out in Waverly, but the track is no longer there. So the people that know me, they know. the
Somebody
story.
knows because they named
This one-
they named the school and the year.
Oh, okay. Somebody's cheating. Who is
Somebody,
it?
One
Who's
of your
it?
friends,
somebody,
yeah.
like
I
it-
get to see this name.
Yeah, well,
Well,
actually,
they
it's
got
just
the
a number.
Unknown texter. So
It's
you
just a
probably got-
number.
They put Tyler after Tyler.
Yeah.
Somebody's Googling me or something. Yeah.
Lori, I wanted to ask you with obviously Nebraska in the Big Ten, and there's some schools with hockey. Obviously, Michigan's very good. And, obviously you don't know all the details, what it would take. Do you think there ever will be a day that Nebraska has men's and women's hockey? Because women's hockey is huge. Obviously Minnesota Gophers are really good. Obviously me keeping track, but do you think that ever comes a possibility?
I get asked that question a lot. I don't really know. I mean, Rocky probably would have a better feeling on that, but I mean, there's UNO, so
That's competition, right?
that's I don't really know if it would be, but there's they only have club hockey right now. I don't know what it would really take to do that here, what the interest would be, and I don't know if that would be good for us or not good for us. I really don't know.
The Stars
you know what I mean?
do junior, right?
Yeah, we're junior,
right? And then you have youth clubs.
Yeah,
that skate around. Would the possibility be women's hockey in that capacity?
I mean, UNL does have a women's hockey team.
Okay,
it's just a club. I think it's just a club.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Have you invited them down to play at the Icebox? Maybe play before you guys play?
We've had them. I mean, we've had them out to games, obviously, but they have not played. No.
Okay, that's a thing that we need to consider. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, because whenever we talk about the Stars and Icebox, the facility matters. The space matters. Walk us through the current experience as is. You've got the defined areas, the VIP areas, but for those who haven't been, different seating areas and party areas at the Icebox.
Well, it's a great atmosphere anywhere you are in the Icebox, because that's just one thing that everyone will say, that it's very electric in there. So we have your general mezzanine seating area. There's not a bad seat in the house, but we have 2 club levels. We have the stage, Security First North Zone. If you're there, there's some bar stools. You have your own bar if you're on that. And then we have the John Henry's Comfort Zone, which is back in the day Galaxy Club, clear up top. Your own bar, your own bathrooms. And that actually, we do have catered with food every game.
Is that rentable? Can we rent that out, or is there space like that in the Icebox that we can rent out?
I mean, you could rent that out, not on a game night, but obviously we have a lot of season ticket holders, and actually it's pretty full with season ticket holders, a lot of corporate up there. But we do big groups, we do that, but we also have a couple suites. We have the Imperium suite, which is available, which we can also give extra tickets to the 3 rows in front of you, or however you want to do that. And then the Northeast suite's bigger, and then we can fill that, and then we overflow you into the club, or we can kind of package it together. It just depends on how many people you need it for.
Well,
but you can rent it out.
I need a ticket night where we can invite all the staff, all the significant others, and then some 20 fans.
We can do that.
Yeah. See, that's a way to get through it.
You give me a number, we'll take care of it.
Okay, Lori, let folks know how to get more information on the Stars and any other details you want to give out.
Obviously follow us on our social media, because our social media is amazing. So follow us there. You'll get everything that's going on with us. Obviously our website's there, so you can go click there for the tickets. We do have a BOGO for the weekend. So we're playing, it's home opener. It's a BOGO deal. So if you buy Saturday night's game, you get Sunday for free. So just go to our website or Facebook, wherever you can find the link there.
Average ticket price
$15 in advance. So buy now.
Pretty good
so it's
deal.
a pretty good deal and then if it's a BOGO, so come this weekend. Huskers are playing Friday, so that'll be all done.
Yeah.
You can come Saturday, Sunday.
Celebratory weekend, right?
Right.
We need to go 3-0 this weekend.
Yes.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yes. And it's home opening weekend, so it's nice. It'd be really nice to fill it up there to get the boys buzzing, because they really feed off the crowd. So it'd be nice to get a good crowd out there for
I
them.
think we'll be there. I think we'll do that. Lori Crocker, President, Lincoln Stars. Lori, thank you very much.
Thank
First
you.
of many. We're gonna keep her around all season
Okay.
long. So this will be a regular deal.
More trivia.
The more trivia. We'll let you set the trivia question next time.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Throw it to break, Harrison.
Thank you.
Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Tired of the ugly signs, extra expense, and costly damage from hard water? It's time to call the plumbers at Bryant for a water softener solution. Hi, folks. Greg Shop here, the voice of the Huskers at Bryant. You get high-quality water softener products installed by plumbers you can trust, and no arm-twisting contracts that tie you down. Just one call, 467-1111, or visit BryantLincoln.com to schedule a free softener installation estimate. Come on, soften up with Bryant. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Is this you? You feel the same way every day, and it's not good. You may think there's a magic pill that can fix you. There isn't. Limitless Male has found that the majority of men who admit they feel bad are suffering with low testosterone, which can cause these symptoms: low energy, brain fog, belly fat, muscle loss, low libido. Sound familiar? Get your testosterone checked at Limitless Male. Your first consult is free. Insurance accepted.
Hey, it's Sean Callahan, and football season is here, and there is one place that has all the games, plus great food and beer specials. Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill. Whether it's Thursday night football, college football Saturdays, NFL Sundays, or Monday night football, there's a great view of the game from any seat with different food and drink specials every night. Try the Blue Ribbon Reuben Sandwich or the Prime Rib French Dip or any of their famous chicken wings. That's Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
So I switched my insurance to State Farm, and get this. I talked to an actual State Farm agent who lives in my actual town. And get this. My actual agent in my actual town gave me actual help with the coverage I needed. And get this. My actual agent in my actual town who gave me actual help actually knows my name. And get this. They actually say it's called service.
Call your local State Farm agent, Vinny Kreekak, at 402-474-1173.
If your car has sent you to the sidelines, Eustace Body Shop can help. With gold-class certified technicians, OEM parts, and free loaner cars, Eustace Body Shop is your best choice this Husker season. And with 6 locations across central and eastern Nebraska, we've got you covered, whether you're rooting at home or you're headed to Memorial Stadium. Get a free online quote at EustaceBodyShop.com, and let's get you back in the game.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
There's nothing quite like the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese beef. The Mercado offers unique ingredients you can't find anywhere else, open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The full-service butcher shop and retail store is wonderful for meat lovers with their exclusive certified Piedmontese beef and assorted sausages, plus other quality meats, including pork, chicken, and a wide range of the freshest seafood. Plus, every Friday from 11 to 2, the Mercado serves up the best lunch in town on their Friday Feast menu. Stop in at the Mercado today at 84th and Havelock or visit their website at cpmercado.com to see current deals.
Guys, you've heard me tell you all about Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping, but it's not just me. Folks all over town are having success with the FXB program. Guys like Gary, who just finished up his own 10-week challenge.
Yeah, Mark. After having a knee replacement in March, I was looking for a way to get back into shape. The workouts are fun, the atmosphere is a total blast, and I've lost 17 pounds since starting in July.
The next Farrell's 10-week challenge begins on October 7th, and ticket listeners get $150 off enrollment. Just head to theticketfm.com. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping at 40th and Yankee Hill and 70th and Vine.
Tune in to the Malone Radio Show from 9 to 10 p.m. every Sunday night to learn more about the Malone Center's goal to eliminate multi-generational poverty in Lincoln. It's the Malone Radio Show every Sunday night from 9 to 10 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
93.7 The Ticket has moved downtown, and you're invited to join us for new beginnings. Join us for our grand opening on Thursday, October 5th at 6 p.m. to celebrate our new space with ribbon cuttings and more. Raising Cane's will be on site to provide entertainment and prizes as we bring downtown Lincoln the newest hangout spot for its favorite radio station. It's 93.7 The Ticket's grand opening at the new 11th and O location, sponsored by Raising Cane's. Tune in throughout the week for more information on times.
College football in Lincoln, America. The time has come. Start your game day off right with the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the Ticket crew as they bring you all the coverage you need to get you ready for the action. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show, powered by Sunbelt Rentals. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group of BHHS Ambassador, Select Plumbing, Jimmy John's, Lincoln Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits, Fleet Feet, Yours Cheese Spread on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. This is Old School, sponsored by the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. Broadcasting veteran Derek Pearson.
When you find something that moves them, that makes them smile, celebrate it. That's your task. That's your superpower.
Nebraska Football Hall of Famer Jay Foreman.
Rifles a pass. It was tipped. It's picked off by Foreman. He's at the 15, 10, 5. He'll score!
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
What up, Jay Foreman, DP, Old School, brought to you by the Mercado Certified Piedmontese Special Ingredients and Butcher Shop, located at 84th and Havelock in 30th and Yankee Hill. We want to thank Lori Crocker, the president of Lincoln Stars, for stopping by. Opening night, opening weekend is Saturday and Sunday, 6:05 and 5:05 respectively. Congrats to whoever won the trivia. And, look, the Huskers play Friday.
The correct answer was Lincoln High.
Lincoln
Lori
High,
is a Lincoln High grad. Yeah, she's a Lincoln.
We won't do the year because she's probably listening.
76-80, you won. You won the ticket.
So opening. We'll try to get there for one of the puck drops. I do want a jersey because I love hockey. It's one of my favorite sports. So I do feel hockey when you win the Stanley Cup, that is the ultimate team championship because of the length of playoffs and the roles that guys continue to play.
You got to earn that.
Yeah.
Bro.
And they continue to highlight role players in the team aspect, which is obviously, went by the wayside, with all these individual sports or team sports that individuals wrapped up in. But we're back to it. One of the things I want to talk about today is, and Harrison, you can jump in here. I always bring Austin in. I can tell, but I want you guys, can you tell the difference between when it obviously talent gap from Saturday and effort?
Yeah. I mean, there's both going on. I feel like the coaches double down on that too, that they can play better than that.
Right.
Like we have enough talent to not put up that performance.
Right.
A lot of it was just missed assignments. So some of that's just executing, play hard, but also, play with confidence. And then, some of those were just blown assignments. Hearing Tony White on the press conference, I think that was his biggest frustration is we didn't play our best game. And, not only were we not physical enough, just mentally, just not even playing with the confidence to be in the right position. So, yeah, I think that's fair to say we can play a hell of a lot better physically and, executing.
Yeah, I think part of talent is mentally. They definitely don't put star rankings on it, but I think the mentality or mentally being able to always talk about every day operating with the right intent, right? Because then that allows you to show up the game with the right intention, which is sense of urgency, being in tune with the game plan, all that type of stuff. Even though if you have to go through the grind of the week of not feeling physically your best or mentally not your best, you're able to, with the right intent and sense of urgency, to fight through those days. So when you're in a game like that, you're able to fight back. And so I think that's part of the talent gap. I do. And then I think that could sometimes lead to what could be perceived as a lack of effort. See, when you don't know, this is what people don't understand is in my opinion, and I've asked a lot of successful people that are way better than me at football because I always wanted to know, when did you feel the most pressure, right? It's just no different in school when you're not prepared, right? So you go in there to take a final, which we said this is your first kind of like, semester, final or whatever you want to call it, first semester final. And if you show up and you're not prepared, that's the pressure, because you're always in a guesstimation type of a mode. You're not seeing a test on the or a question on the test, and you can eliminate 2 right there, and then you're already, on your third answer, and high percentage that's what the answer is. And so I think your confidence comes from your work and honest and realistic preparation, which then closes the talent gap, because the talent gap from a physical standpoint, that's just Mother Nature. That's just what, hey,
you got what you got.
You got what you got. But to close that gap is where you have to be mentally talented.
Or to use what you have.
Right. But you have to be mentally talented to do that, and then to get it the most out of you. Because part of being mentally talented is also knowing where your weaknesses are, personally, and us three as a linebacker group. Right. And then also there is a mental talent to showing up every day and pushing each other to do better during the game. The amount of did you just see that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Lowrider.
Yeah, but you just got mooned though. Did you see that, Kay?
Yeah.
It was a full moon, and
I only got half moon because of the monitor.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that it was for you. I heard T. Farley talking today.
Yeah.
And he was very honest and clear of the amount of communication that me and him had. I mean, you're out there literally for 4 hours having a nonstop conversation.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And we're pushing each other. We got to get this. He's asking, what did you see there? Did we get the check right? It looked like practice. No, it's not. We have to figure it out. Because really sometimes Coach Bowl or Coach Samuel could be talking to Grant Wistrom and them about something that's probably more important than what we're doing. So as a leader or as just a teammate, we're trying to take the pressure off the coaches because we can figure it out.
Well, it's after the play call. It's after the play call. All the things that you've taught, you've worked on, you've run in high repetition, high volume. Then after that, you have to still make decisions and make plays.
Right.
Like that. I mean, that's the beauty of it. Okay, this is where we're going to cover 2, but you know what? They just shifted into something. Now we've shown a little bit of what we can do. Every linebacker knows, okay, my area of duress. Where can I get beat? Where's the threat coming from? What's the biggest threat? And then how can I attack people?
Right.
But all of that stuff that you've learned in high repetition, it always shows up on Saturday or on game day. No matter what this thing is, comfort is knowing.
And also you practice with that type of intent and intensity as well. And if Farley was talking about the chip on the shoulder, everybody had a chip on their shoulder, whether it was big or small. And, the community, I guess I could just even take double back. And before we even get to that point is the communication, Harrison, doesn't just start like Saturday at the game, or for this case, Friday night. Like it was second nature because that's how we did it. Like when we were at practice and then in the meetings. Now, granted, once you get out of practice, we're hanging out. We're talking about if we're going to play PlayStation. Who's going to do this? But when we're in it, we're in it. Yeah. And this ain't nothing else more important. You know what I mean? So the communication, if you amp that up in practice to more game-like situations to where either players are constantly in that type, then you'll see the confidence of them go because you figured out 4 different ways that it could attack you. So when that does happen, you have an answer for it. Because I think I can't speak for DP, but I can speak for myself as a coach, is I like it when a player players bring me a problem or a situation or, hey, this isn't really working, but we think this could work. Dude, when you're invested, when the players are invested, coaches back up.
Well, Jay comes to the sideline. I'm going to ask one of 2 questions. What do you see or what do you want to do here?
Right.
Like that makes him engage me.
Right.
Like that's how you get things out of the open. If it's just me talking to Jay, I'm only getting 40% of what we could handle in that situation. Hey, Jay, what do you want to do here? Are you getting what you need? Do you need help with anything?
Right.
Are you seeing everything clearly? Those conversations are the It's the greatest classroom in the world.
Because those are I always tell kids that are going to college, listen, that football playbook is as big as an encyclopedia. And for one play or one defensive front or coverage, there's 12 like boxes that they put it in, whether it's against, pro formation, 11, you got everything, right?
Uh-huh.
And it could be, so you can kind of make, decisions in the spur of the moment. So I always ask kids, like, if you can study and know the playbook, whether you're a visual learner, action learner, that means doing it, or you learning by, looking at it, right? Visual, I mean by tape. And you can be out in front of, in our case, 90,000 people, or in anybody else's case, thousands of people, and make split decisions. There's no way that you can tell me that with the academic help that you can't be a more than just an average student. And then flip right here. Then when you have actually tutors that are helping you in the moment of taking tests, and it's not just, so you have a teacher, so that's your coach. Then you have your tutors or your classmates, which are your in our case, linebacker mates. That's why I'm so for the players taking the next step, because so the way in a say 4-2-5, kind of what Michigan ran, right? You got two backers. Well, when those two backers come off the field, they have at least three other backers that are playing, right? You got the two backups and probably somebody that's really heavy in the special teams. They're watching the starters. They got the starters back. So as like, say me and DP are coming off, we're checking with Harrison. Oh man, hey man, you know what? That cover three, we've seen that all day in practice. He's not that fast, right? So then or is like, hey man, you know what? If a coach asks you, what'd you see? And I say, oh man, I saw this one. In reality, you didn't see it. So I think the communication and how they communicate can be a bit better, but I think the players start communicating a little bit more. You start to see that aggressiveness go up because they'll know what they're doing. They move a lot faster and obviously be physical. So good first segment. We're going to get into another segment. We're catching up rapidly. Jay Foreman, DP, Harrison, Old School. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Old School with DP and Jay. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
93.7 The Ticket has moved downtown, and you're invited to join us for new beginnings. Join us for our grand opening on Thursday, October 5th at 6 p.m. to celebrate our new space with ribbon cuttings and more. Raising Cane's will be on site to provide entertainment and prizes as we bring downtown Lincoln the newest hangout spot for its favorite radio station. It's 93.7 The Ticket's grand opening at the new 11th and O location, sponsored by Raising Cane's. Tune in throughout the week for more information on times.
Tune in to the Malone Radio Show from 9 to 10 p.m. every Sunday night to learn more about the Malone Center's goal to eliminate multi-generational poverty in Lincoln. It's the Malone Radio Show every Sunday night from 9 to 10 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 10th and P or at 1501 Center Park Road.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
Prashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Okay, it's time to sell the house. How do we even begin to choose from the hundreds of realtors in town?
Easy. We make a pros list.
You mean a pros and cons list?
No, just a pros list. We need someone with pro photography to showcase the house in the best possible way, pro marketing to make sure we get maximum exposure, pro negotiations so we know we get the best price.
This is one of those times where you already know the right answer, isn't it?
You know it is. Ben Bleicher and Professional Realty Group.
Contact Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's Home Services Ambassador. Online online at prg-ne.com.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top shelf liquor to crowd favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
Muchachos has been Lincoln's leader for New Mexican barbecue for a few years now, and they've expanded into Omaha. That's right, you can get all your favorites like the pipeline burrito with 3 meats, rice, beans, queso, and crushed chips, or any of their great taco options in Lincoln or Omaha. Plus, they want to give back, as the Malachi Coleman Giverito, a 2-meat hatchback burrito, gives proceeds to the Fly Like Kai Foundation for the Lincoln foster care community. Stop by Muchachos in Lincoln at 11th and L or in Omaha at 1258 South 13th Street.
Today's agenda includes office meetings this morning, followed by a client lunch, then back to the office for another meeting, and ending the day with a presentation at a client's office. When you are on the go, you need an office phone that goes with you. At Hamilton, our business phone systems make it easy to sync your office phone features to your cell phone for quick and seamless call handling, no matter where you work. If your current office phone can't do this, you need better. Hire your local experts. Hire Hamilton at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions. Back to Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We're back. Medium-sized segment. Jay Foreman, DP, Old School.
Medium.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you guys, man, just about the landscape of college football. And you see, I think the NCAA missed the target with not having the 12-team playoff this year because could they project that the Pac-12 would give you one last run of glory days of Pac-12 and having the amount of quarterbacks and skill position in the teams? Probably not, because they were hot garbage last year. But I think they glossed over and assumed that it would be the same and didn't even really probably forecast the impact Deion would have on the rest of the conference. Kind of like when Urban Meyer, came in Ohio State. I wanted to ask you guys, with the state of college football, and it's only going to get, I guess, more intense. Do you think this? I call it the NFL style of new coaches taking over programs, right? Do you think people are going to try to follow suit of Deion Sanders within year 1 or 2? Or do you think they're going to be a mix and only certain personalities can do it?
Well, I think we've said a bunch of times that coaches coach to their personality and style. To be disingenuous is the death blow for a coach.
Yeah.
Right? Everybody, as you said earlier, players and parents and other coaches know when you're fake and phony.
Right.
And they run from it. So I think what it does is it opens the conversation to maybe going in a different direction instead of retreading and taking the same steps.
Yeah, driving through a snowstorm.
That there's certain people, and look, in a day and age where social media and personality vibe matters, it sells. We know there's value in it, that it opens the doors to some different former athletes.
Sure.
It opens the door to big. Listen, I'll say this. There are names like Ed Reed and Larry Fitzgerald that if they walked in your door and said, give me your son for the next 4 years, there are parents of quality young athletes who are going to do so. One, because they know they're going to raise the young man. Two, they're going to help them achieve everything that they want to achieve
on the field
because they've already done it.
Yeah.
Right? So I'll say this publicly, and I know Jay hates it when I do it, but if Jay Foreman was walking into the houses of some of these Nebraska high school athletes, they would land in Lincoln. They would land in Lincoln. Listen,
they ain't had no choice. I had strong arm right here.
Right. Well, but sometimes that would be the necessary thing, right?
This is what you're gonna do, whether you like it or not. I'll see you at signing day.
Right. Like, how many coaches do you know that have your resume? There aren't many. So and how many of their dads and uncles and moms know Jay Foreman. So I think that's the next step.
I think you got a little tread there. I think that's going to force a lot of these coaching staffs or actually athletic departments to really take harder looks at former players in different roles. And the reason why I say that is because as of right now, Warren Sapp is going back to get his degree so he can become a coach and coach with Deion. And Deion says, I'm going to have you coach, probably assistant head coach with the defensive line, but I'm going to get the most out of you. And I think I don't know. I saw when he with Warren Sapp, it might have been like 6-6 or something like that, you know, so get the max out. Now, granted, when it comes down to it, it's already embedded in Warren Sapp to take it a step further when you got to, you know, put in those extra hours. I think potentially it could open up a lot of eyes, and that's the most important thing. The other subject I want to talk to you about, because we'll go to what?
Yeah, we got about 6 minutes.
Okay, we'll
7
go to
minutes
30
on your phone. Yeah.
And this is right. So I wanted to ask you guys, particularly you, DP, is there is a report out of East Lansing that their main target and their crosshairs is on one Urbano Lakeith Meyer to take over their program. They have a billionaire donor that is going to probably have to pay out about half of Mel Tucker's, and then that other half is going to go towards the first part of Urban Meyer taking over the program, which I don't think it'll be he won't be there long. What do you think about him going to Michigan State, potentially, or better yet, let's scratch that. Do you think Urban Meyer would be a good fit at Michigan State?
No.
Why not?
Having some knowledge of Urban Meyer, no. He did as close to a thing as he could do at Utah, but that's still Salt Lake City.
Yeah, and he needed Utah. I mean, he wasn't the Urban. He wasn't the national champion then.
He was. Well, here's the thing: as you like
when
to say,
when he took the job.
I'll say this:
right.
as you say,
Oh, yeah.
you have to, in order to become a champion, you have to do champion stuff before you become a champion.
Right.
Urban resurrecting, reconstructing, rebuilding, rebranding Utah football is as good a championship job as he's ever done, and he did it in the dark. Like he went and did work. He could rebuild Michigan State into the monster and the beast that could be. I think there are guys on the Detroit line staff that have a more direct line. A couple of dudes, fit walking into the door.
Well, there's other guys.
There's a defensive back who can walk in the door. There's a running backs coach that walks in the door, and everybody talks about Michigan State differently. The boosters write bigger checks.
Right.
You get better resources around it. But no, Urban at Michigan State, no. I'm fully engaged that if Urban comes back, it's Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think there's anybody else. If Notre Dame goes down the tanker and they need a head coach, their big check writers have bigger bank than everybody.
Sure.
And they will write the check to get Urban into his real coaching heaven.
Yeah.
Which would be Notre Dame. Michigan State is not it.
Yeah, I think it could fit. I think that could be, if he really wanted to get back into coaching, just say that he's great on TV, especially when he does his like breakdowns and stuff like that. He's really good on TV. And I think if he just say he just like, you know what, ultimately I want the Notre Dame job, and he wants to go in there with his sword 100% sharp. I could see him taking a kind of stopover. This is kind of head coach, but kind of just.
Shelley is not moving to East Lansing, Michigan.
Right, but
Shelley Meyer is not moving.
I'm saying if he really wanted to do it. Now, granted, he's going to have as much time as he needs to, if he has to go to Notre Dame, he doesn't have to rebuild it. Saying if he really just wanted to get back into it and kind of get into good graces and kind of, be nice, he could go there and do it. He does fit Michigan State somewhat, but it's not it's not as high profile as
if he was going to do that, then go do it with your buddy Kyle Whittingham and turn Utah into the national champion in a space that they're both familiar with. And there's no pressure on him. Right. He's just filling the gaps. He's the difference between them being the Pac-12 champions and the national champions. That's it. It's not talent. It's nothing. Yeah. It's Urban Meyer's magic wand being waved to fill spaces that Kyle Whittingham can't fill.
The one thing about Urban Meyer is I wonder if he still has it. Talking to the people I know down in Jacksonville, I think he's a shell of who he was in Ohio
There's
State.
a lot of wear and tear on
No, I just think he's too far gone, and I think it's byproduct of his extreme success. Another byproduct of being extremely successful on TV, and then another byproduct of getting an NFL job that he certainly didn't deserve. I think he's too far gone to even do well at Notre Dame. His problems deal with exactly who he looks at every day in the morning. He would be there in presence, but everybody's going to refer back to the one at Ohio State. That dude is always gone. That dude is long gone. Things have changed in the way he's done it. I think he would do great at Notre Dame. I think he would take him 10 times farther than Brian Kelly. And I think if he was there for 10 years, I think he'd pop a national championship out of there. But it's just buyer beware because of he's burned a lot of bridges.
But he what we know about those bridges is
they can be mended.
Yeah,
they can be mended.
Yeah, they only get burnt in certain situations and spaces. Imagine Urban as the next CEO of USC football. That's a thing that
he's going to have some choices.
Like perfect in that environment. The ego tells me that he's going to coach again. My hope is that the best space would be Notre Dame.
Yeah, it's got to be the right choice because he made the wrong choice. And that's a good segment, though, because there's going to be more jobs opening, and we'll see how Notre Dame finishes. But we're going to take another break. Harrison's over here showing us the break sign. Mr. Principal Perry
You got
over
us
here.
in, bro.
Jay Foreman, DP, Old School. We'll be right back.
Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
There's nothing quite like the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese beef. The Mercado offers unique ingredients you can't find anywhere else, open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The full-service butcher shop and retail store is wonderful for meat lovers with their exclusive Certified Piedmontese beef and assorted sausages, plus other quality meats, including pork, chicken, and a wide range of the freshest seafood. Plus, every Friday from 11 to 2, the Mercado serves up the best lunch in town on their Friday Feast menu. Stop in at the Mercado today at 84th and Havelock or visit their website at cpmercado.com to see current deals.
Muchachos has been Lincoln's leader for New Mexican barbecue for a few years now, and they've expanded into Omaha. That's right, you can get all your favorites like the pipeline burrito with 3 meats, rice, beans, queso, and crushed chips, or any of their great taco options in Lincoln or Omaha. Plus, they want to give back as the Malachi Coleman Giverito, a 2-meat hatchback burrito, gives proceeds to the Fly Like Kai Foundation for the Lincoln foster care community. Stop by Muchachos in Lincoln at 11th and L or in Omaha at 1258 South 13th Street.
Okay, it's time to sell the house. How do we even begin to choose from the hundreds of realtors in town?
Easy. We make a pros list.
You mean a pros and cons list?
No, just a pros list. We need someone with pro photography to showcase the house in the best possible way, pro marketing to make sure we get maximum exposure, pro negotiations so we know we get the best price.
This is one of those times where you already know the right answer, isn't it?
You know it is. Ben Bleicher and Professional Realty Group.
Contact Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's Home Services Ambassador. Online at prg-ne.com.
Are you tired of living in pain? It's time to take control. At Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, we're your one-stop shop for expert care in Lincoln. From broken bones to complex reconstruction, our skilled team will help you get back on track. Visit prairieortho.com today and discover why we're the trusted choice for thousands of patients. Don't let pain hold you back. Take the first step towards a better pain-free life with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, where healing begins. Call 402-489-4700.
What is Kasasa Cash at Liberty First Credit Union? It's more. More earning, more freedom, more rewards. With Kasasa Cash, you earn up to 5.5% APY, and your rewards begin instantly from a penny up to $40,000, all without monthly service fees. Plus, Kasasa Cash at Liberty First Credit Union gives you more ATMs nationwide. When you want more, you want Kasasa Cash. Visit libertyfirstcu.com for details. Federally insured by NCUA. Liberty First Credit Union. Banking with purpose. Account qualifications apply.
What would you tell a friend who was on the fence about going to Limitless Mail?
I would tell them to go to Limitless today. Don't hesitate. You're going to second guess yourself on if it's the right decision. The staff there is amazing. The treatments work. I'm living proof it can completely change your life for the better.
Join thousands of men who have changed their lives with testosterone treatment. Slow down the aging process and live life. Schedule your free consult at limitlessmail.com.
Tune in to the Malone Radio Show from 9 to 10 p.m. every Sunday night to learn more about the Malone Center's goal to eliminate multi-generational poverty in Lincoln. It's the Malone Radio Show every Sunday night from 9 to 10 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Guys, you've heard me tell you all about Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping, but it's not just me. Folks all over town are getting into shape with the FXB program. Guys like Ryan, who joined at the same time I did a year and a half ago.
Yeah, Mark, I'm in better shape than I have been in quite some time. The people at Farrell's are awesome. The instructors keep the workouts fun, and the owners are engaged and committed to the success of all of their members.
The next Farrell's 10-week challenge begins on October 7th, and ticket listeners get $150 off enrollment. Just head to theticketfm.com. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping at 40th and Yankee Hill and 70th and Vine.
If you're not going to Memorial Stadium for a home game and don't have any travel plans for away games, there's a great place in Omaha to catch the action, the Inner Rail Food Hall. There's plenty of space. The Backstretch Bar has amazing game specials on game days. $15 Blue Moon and Bud Light pitchers, $6 margaritas, and $6 Moscow mules. And if you're hungry, take in some of their great options from their game day pizza specials. Do football game day right in the Inner Rail Food Hall in Exarban Village in Omaha.
Looking for a convenient place to get that big fitness energy? It's Planet Fitness. Now through October 13th, you can join for just $1 down, $10 a month. We've got over 2,400 locations with most open 24 hours. Join now to enjoy free fitness training and equipment for every workout. Whether you're new to a gym or a fitness pro, the judgment-free zone is the place for you. Join Planet Fitness today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment. Cancel anytime. Deal ends October 13th. See Home Club for details.
College football in Lincoln, America. The time has come. Start your game day off right with the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the ticket crew as they bring you all the coverage you need to get you ready for the action. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show, powered by Sunbelt Rentals. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group of BHHS Ambassador, Select Plumbing, Jimmy John's, Lincoln Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits, Fleet Feet, Bure's Cheese Spread on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We're back, old school, live in effect, 11th and O Street. Starting to get active down here. You know what I'm saying, Harrison? Harrison's been mooned. He's already been mooned and mean mugged in 20 minutes.
I'll take that.
I got your back though. We're gonna go for 10 minutes to 45. Then we on right on time, right?
Yep.
Wanted to ask you guys this: what are your expectations come Friday?
A win. Start right there.
Doesn't matter how it looks.
I mean, like, I'll be honest. Obviously, I just want them to start off fast, but you know, even if it is a point where it doesn't look great, but your back's to the wall and you find a way to win the game, like that's still going to mean something to me. Like,
right.
Because
it's different.
I don't expect these guys. Like, I know they're kind of feels like an all chips on the table type of deal here, but like, I don't expect it to again be perfect on offense. Defense, I'm expecting, like, if the defense looks anything like they did against Michigan, I'll be a little worried. But yeah, if it's like a 3-score win, as long as it's like you find a way to make something happen at the end of the game, because again, I think it's still probably one of the hardest things to learn, especially at a program like Nebraska, that every time that moment comes, you can't but help think of the past, and you can't just make that big play, that winning play, lock in, and just, you know, make something happen. Matt Rule keeps doubling down on having some real NFL talent. One of those guys has to make a play, find a way to win a game in those tight situations. We just haven't seen that. So even if it's not super pretty, yeah, just find a way to win the game. And yeah, I'll be happy.
What about you, DP?
I wish I could say Like, I wish the expectation was high. It's just not. It's just not. Not because of any other reason than I'm simply going by the playbook that currently exists in my Nebraska football fan mind. Right? I can't get, if I went as a coach, I tell you there are, of 100 reasons, 88 are reasons why Nebraska could and should win as a coach. As a fan, I have 50 reasons why they should, of the 150 why they should. And that's and the real important thing is why. Like, do I imagine that Nebraska's offensive line is going to be better than Illinois' defensive line? That'll tell me so much. What quarterback has the best day? We don't even know who QB1 is.
Sims still isn't healthy.
Like, well, but I mean,
100%.
And they wouldn't commit to it. And then there's the him and Hall. Like, they're too. The state of the program can be deciphered by how many questions you have about it, and we have too many questions. I have too many questions to say this is a game. I'll say this is a game that they should win. Talent to talent, this is the thing they should win. Do I expect them to win is a different question altogether.
That's fair. I mean, up to this point, you're 2-3, so you can't expect them to win. They've lost more games than they won, right?
Yep.
I think the expectation is better football. And my expectations, which I think will cover a lot of the things that anybody else could say, is just I want a better sense of urgency at all three phases: special teams, offense, and defense. And that's maybe deal with a little bit of the coaches. I want to see a different vibe. I want to see a different energy level, and you can do that. That's and it's not not fake energy. I don't need you running around doing some stuff you're not doing. But if it means something to you, right? If you have pride about it, then you're gonna make it right. You call it that get back. You don't get a chance to get back this quick against an opponent that that you feel like you should have beat them last year, and well, first of all, they knocked your quarterback out, so you owe them some payback because of that. But then also, you feel like you can go and make a statement. And it's not about necessarily changing the fans' point of view, which you want their support. It's changing your point of view, your mindset. You believe in you doubling down and making it, creating a validation of what you set forth internally yourself.
But that's the champion over here talking.
Well, I mean, I ain't changing my mentality.
I need to inject some of that Foreman blood into that locker room. Like, we need to, like, my high school coach used to say it was a vile thing, but I understood what he meant. And he goes, "Don't make me have to pee in your Gatorade to get y'all to play well."
Right.
Right. And what he meant was, I need for y'all to get some of this dog I got in me,
right,
in you, in whatever way you can do it. And I would always laugh, and like all the other dudes on the team would whoop and holler, and I was just like, that's really funny. Like, that's a funny thing my coach just said to me, and he says it all the time. But that's the thing.
Yeah.
You have champion spirit, champion experience, champion knowledge, and I'm just not sure that there's a champion in the room to get them over the hump of not being champions.
It's going to take multiple people to do it, and guys are going to have to step up. If Heinrich Harburg is starting quarterback, dog, you got to, hey, listen, if you don't think that the Illinois defensive coordinator and the defensive staff is saying, get your hands up when he passes, well, then you just showing up. No matter if you doing it or not, you gotta remedy that. He's got to play better. The line's got to play better so Anthony Grant can control the clock, right? And then we got to do a better job of delivering the mail to the receivers and keep featuring Billy Kemp, get Fedoni going, and then somebody else has got to step up. And then defensively, you got to get back to what you've done well before, and that's be in the right place at the right time, swarm to the ball, and be aggressive. That's my expectation, to turn on the game Friday and be pleasantly surprised like I was, especially from the defense against Minnesota. That's my expectation. That has to be a guarantee, right? And
which group? I mean, we talked about special teams as being the group that could help this team make the biggest jump soon.
Defense has got to get the party started. because I guess when I would be getting off the plane tomorrow, I'm gonna assume with their pieces and they're at home that their defense is gonna start fast. So we gotta start just as fast.
What does a good defensive stat day
I
look
think
like?
I think 5 or more tackles for losses.
Okay.
Because and the reason why I say that is because I don't think Illinois runs at the same rate as they did last year. At least hadn't up to this point.
We'd love for them to try to run as much without the talent they have.
Yeah, right. 3 point, under whatever. I think it's 3.5 yards a carry, and 1 or 2 turnovers.
Yeah.
I will just say rinse and repeat of what everybody else has done against them. And in our way, right? Don't try to
and not. I don't know. Is there a way to defensively? I'll ask you. Not all turnovers are made equally. That you putting your hat in somebody's chin and making them put the ball on the turf is different than them just making a bad read and hitting the linebacker in the hands in the chest with it,
or throwing it, from the 40-yard line, you intercepted at the 10.
That's not what we're talking about,
right? But yeah, the one, or even if you play a really good defensive game, but you've caused 2 or 3 fumbles, but they were lucky enough to recover them. I'm good with that. The part of the reason why they don't get a lot of forced fumbles is because they gotta run harder to the ball. You got to get that second and third hit, and you got to really punch that, and you physically got to bring it out. So I expect to see that. I expect the special teams to cover better and get some returns. I think Buschini is kicking good or a lot better. Needs to get a little bit more hang time. And then offensively, I expect you to get that ground game going, and I expect Heinrich Haarberg to take another step in the positive direction. I really do. And because the reason why is if you create enough good peer pressure, that's from your peers, and opportunity pressure, if he has it in him, he'll step up. Yeah. And more Jeff Sims. So my man Harrison, hey, Harrison over here.
This is why I work with him.
This dude does not miss a beat.
He's the teacher. He's the teacher.
Dang,
this
man.
is why, look, man, I put him in with the students because I trust him to get him in and get him out.
Listen, Harrison, if you went up and told him, I had a West Coast basketball game, I got back at 3, can I turn my paper in 2 hours later? Nope.
259.
Nope.
259.
What? Did you read your syllabus? No, all jokes aside, we appreciate it, Harrison, man. Jay Foreman, DP. Last break. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Old School with DP and J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
If you're not going to Memorial Stadium for a home game and don't have any travel plans for away games, there's a great place in Omaha to catch the action, the Inner Rail Food Hall. There's plenty of space. The Backstretch Bar has amazing game specials on game days. $15 Blue Moon and Bud Light pitchers, $6 margaritas, and $6 Moscow Mules. And if you're hungry, take in some of their great options from their game day pizza specials. Do football game day right in the Inner Rail Food Hall in Exarban Village in Omaha.
Something spooktacular is happening at Bonsall Pool and Spa. From now until October 14th, visit the Bonsall Spooktacular sale to take advantage of this great cash and carry offer. $400 off all in-stock free-flow spas. Also, customers can take 10% off spa chemical and spa cover orders. Stop by today at 3201 Pioneers Boulevard to take home your free flow spa today. Bonsall Pool and Spa, also online at bonsallpool.com.
Looking for a convenient place to get that big fitness energy? It's Planet Fitness. Now through October 13th, you can join for just $1 down, $10 a month. We've got over 2,400 locations with most open 24 hours. Join now to enjoy free fitness training and equipment for every workout. Whether you're new to a gym or a fitness pro, the Judgment-Free Zone is the place for you. Join Planet Fitness today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment. Cancel anytime. Deal ends October 13th. See Home Club for details.
Houses? They're expensive. And once you buy one, you're kind of stuck with it for a while. You need to make sure you get your best house for the best price. You need Ben Bleicher and his team of pros at Professional Realty Group. They'll take the time to figure out what's important for you in your dream home, and they have the expertise to find the hidden issues that could surprise you after the sale. That's professional knowledge, proactive service. We call that Potential. Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's Home Service Ambassador. Find more online at prg-ne.com. Tune in to the Teammates Mentoring Hour each Wednesday from 6 to 7 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket. Hear stories from the program started by Tom and Nancy Osborne and how it's changed mentors and mentees' lives and how you can be involved. The Teammates Mentoring Hour, Wednesday nights from 6 to 7 o'clock on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
What would you tell a friend who was on the fence about going to Limitless Mail?
I would tell them to go to Limitless today. Don't hesitate. You're going to second guess yourself on if it's the right decision. The staff there is amazing. The treatments work. I'm living proof it can completely change your life for the better.
Join thousands of men who have changed their lives with testosterone treatment. Slow down the aging process and live life. Schedule your free consult at limitlessmail.com.
There's nothing quite like the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese beef. The Mercado offers unique ingredients you can't find anywhere else, open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The full-service butcher shop and retail store is wonderful for meat lovers with their exclusive certified Piedmontese beef and assorted sausages, plus other quality meats, including pork, chicken, and a wide range of the freshest seafood. Plus, every Friday from 11 to 2, the Mercado serves up the best lunch in town on their Friday Feast menu. Stop in at the Mercado today at 84th and Havelock or visit their website at cpmercado.com to see current deals.
Tune in to the Malone Radio Show from 9 to 10 p.m. every Sunday night to learn more about the Malone Center's goal to eliminate multi-generational poverty in Lincoln. It's the Malone Radio Show every Sunday night from 9 to 10 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
What is Kasasa Cash at Liberty First Credit Union? It's more. More earning, more freedom, more rewards. With Kasasa Cash, you earn up to 5.5% APY, and your rewards begin instantly from a penny up to $40,000, all without monthly service fees. Plus, Kasasa Cash at Liberty First Credit Union gives you more ATMs nationwide. When you want more, you want Kasasa Cash. Visit libertyfirstcu.com for details. Federally insured by NCUA. Liberty First Credit Union. Banking with purpose. Account qualifications apply.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket as soon as the clock hits 0 for the Jay Foreman postgame show. Listen to expert analysis from the Husker Hall of Famer, an 8-year NFL veteran for 90 minutes after the game. The Jay Foreman postgame show. Sponsored by Tanner's Bar and Grill, Vinny Kreekak, and Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Whether you're booking a trip to Lincoln for a football game or a volleyball weekend, the Scarlet Hotel at Innovation Campus is the place for you. The Scarlet Hotel is special on many levels, from the delicious Well and Good restaurant on the main floor to the coolest rooftop patio bar in Lincoln, the Barred Owl, on the top floor of the hotel with great views of the city and one of the coolest drink menus. Book your stay or book a staycation today at scarlethotelnebraska.com.
Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Jay Foreman, DP, Harrison here on the ones and twos, keeping us on time and on target. Good segment, a good hump day. We want to thank Lloyd Crocker of the Lincoln Stars, president of Lincoln Stars, coming in, opening weekend, Saturday, Sunday, 6:05, 5:05, great atmosphere. Great team, playoff run last year. And we sit here on a Wednesday, and tomorrow we will be having the ribbon cutting of the ticket. We've been down here obviously operating for quite some time, but tomorrow it's official. Mm-hmm. So DP, we wanted to ask you, since you are the godfather and the visionary behind it, and what does it feel like, man, to have it jumping off tomorrow?
It's funny. You're the first person to ask me that.
That's because I'm doing my job.
And it hit me as you were asking it. Like, it actually hit me. Like,
yeah.
Oh,
you official tomorrow? Official.
Yeah.
Yeah. You official. We're gonna stop traffic tomorrow too.
Yeah. Like I'm trying to like, that just hit me. That just landed.
Yeah.
That, and I want to make sure we say it the right way. We did this.
Right.
We did this. This is not a me thing. This is a we thing. Like, I couldn't do this by myself. I couldn't do this without y'all, the people in the room, the people that are listening, people that are watching, people that support us, the people that hate on us, right? The haters. We listen. A big part of the joy of we shut down some haters. They said we couldn't do it, we wouldn't last. I will say this again. When it was the first announced that we bought the station and we were going to make changes, we changed the lineup around, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I remember the first time it was posted, and we posted the new lineup under the new ownership. The number of people who sent me messages or posted, "You'll be closed in 3 weeks. You'll be closed in 3 months. You're too much of this and too much of that for this to work. There's no way. What good could come of this?" Well, tomorrow we get to celebrate us. And for the people that are hanging out, people that listened 10 years ago, 11 years ago, 12 years ago, the people that just started listening.
Come on.
Right? It's an
Come
open
on,
door.
Cletus.
It's an open door. Come on in. Come say hi. Stop by. We'll have some prizes. We'll have good food. Mary Ellen's, Cane's will be here.
Yeah.
And then, for the record, we just got our liquor license, so forward it up, gang.
Harrison.
Forward it up, gang. Forward it up.
Harrison, what's your drink?
Usually whiskey and Coke.
Damn.
Give me a Jack and Coke.
Listen to you, grown man.
Dang,
you see the bass get hit his voice when he said that?
I thought he was going to say like Coors Light. Bush Light. Bush Latte.
Not Jack and Coke's good.
I hear you, Harrison.
Come
That's
on,
good
get
to
your
know.
man on.
Good to
Get
know,
your grown
Harrison.
man
Good to
on,
know.
Harrison.
Yeah, well, that's good, man. It's good. It's a good celebratory. Tomorrow will be a good time.
Oh, this is perfect. Here's the closer for this.
There's
the closer for the day. I can't do it now. I actually can't do it. All right, Harrison, I got something for you, though.
Okay.
Yeah, congratulations,
Okay.
Harrison.
Yeah.
But
good
we
stuff.
appreciate you stepping in. Austin, we're thinking about you, my brother. I think you're going to be back tomorrow.
His last day for the week.
It is tomorrow?
Tomorrow. He'll
All right.
do the show
Yeah,
tomorrow.
Austin, come in here and get you some Mary Ellen's, my brother. Because
Yeah.
listen, your timing of eating
Yeah.
when you eat is over.
Yeah.
You ain't thinking about nobody else eating besides that little baby boy, man.
Yeah,
but Austin,
man.
we're thinking about you.
Yeah.
Strick, holla at your boy. Again, Lincoln Stars this weekend, Saturday and Sunday.
AG in the building.
6:05. AG is next. I got to see what he's feeling like after that hot week, man. He got a stomach of steel, man.
Boy, this
He took it like a champion.
How was your morning, Harrison?
Mine was rough.
Boy,
I was.
That's
struggling.
why you so mad about that being on time.
Oh,
yeah.
Maybe that's what it was. Yeah.
That's what it is. That's what I know. Okay, now I know. I feel already better, man. But old school, we out. We'll see you tomorrow. Come down, celebrate with us. 6 o'clock. Jay Foreman, DP Harrison. We are out.
What would you tell a friend who was on the fence about going to Limitless Mail?
I would tell them to go to Limitless today. Don't hesitate. You're going to second guess yourself on if it's the right decision. The staff there is amazing. The treatments work. I'm living proof it can completely change your life for the better.